there was some talk last week, and it's continued to pick up steam, about a decentralized draft. So think NFL.
I
NBA.
still don't fully get it.
What part don't you get?
Exactly what this fucking decentralized draft. I'm like, so is it literally just the fact that they're not flying everyone out to a location? Like it's like the NFL where they're like they have their own board. That's like I don't know why I saw people losing their minds.
There are people that are very obsessed with the draft and like that go every year and that are worried that that's going to like change how it's handled. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and there are certain parts of like the being in person thing, whatever, like, you know, that's how trades end up ultimately like coming to fruition a lot of times. Even trades that don't happen at the draft, a lot of times it's like GMs actually sitting down and talking face to face. Sometimes that, but if there's, if there's more benefit than there is, like what is like saving money?
I don't think there's actually benefit because like maybe it saves a little money, but like literally no one is from where you're at, right? Like let's just say the Wild, for example, right? Your scouts aren't from Minnesota. You're flying them in. You're putting them in hotels. You're going to have to set up a boardroom anyways for where you guys are going to host your war room and stuff. You're going to have to feed them. Like, the fuck's the difference? And then there was Rachel Dory who came in even hotter and said, why not just get rid of the draft? Let players sign as free agents. And it's like, all right, well, you're an idiot.
I'm not touching that one, but
no, you're going to touch that one.
Nope.
Do you want to keep the draft or get rid of the draft and let players be free agents?
Yeah, no, I like the draft. I like that.
Okay, there you go. You touched it.
That's it. That's all I'm going. Yeah, I mean, it sounds so. What I was trying to figure out is like, is it the main thing the money? Like, is that like teams are going to save money?
That's
from
what
doing
they're
this?
trying to say. Yes, but it doesn't.
No, that's legit.
Money,
that's like they apparently it is wildly like it is a not cheap endeavor to do.
Okay, stay at the Holiday Inn Express rather than staying at the Hilton. Like fuck.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was a very weird like thing to come up, and it sounds like today that for the most part, it's a yes, and that it's going to happen. From like right before we jumped on, I feel like I saw tweets start coming out like, oh no, they're like it's pretty widely accepted that they want to do this. Again, I'm not in one camp or the other. I've never gone to the draft. It sucks for people that do every year and love it.
Do you think it changes things for the players? Like, does it make it any less of an experience that like the team isn't coming up to see you on stage and you're just instead going to have to shake Bettman's hand and call it a day?
Maybe. I don't know.
The thing that's come up as the biggest pushback though, Z, like listening into like Merrick and Friedman, that's where like a lot of business is conducted. That's where like people meet each other, whether that's agents and GMs or GMs meeting each other. Like, the draft ends up being a central location for like a lot of activity and conversation.
Right.
And that's going to change. I mean, I don't think that that's something that you can't still figure out, but that's one of the bigger pushbacks that I've heard.
Yeah. I guess where I land still is I don't really get it. I'm just like, how did this even come up? Like, this is weird. Like, I'm like, all right.
Back to Rachel Dory. Drafts are anti-labor. Imagine being the best young person in your field and have to go to the 32nd best company because they lost money last year.
Was that the basis of the argument?
No, the basis of the argument actually was that you wouldn't be told where you have to go live and work. These are players that want to choose where they live and should be able to have the freedom to choose what team they go to and bullshit. Like, if you're going to compare that to our 9-to-5 jobs, like, I'm sorry, they're playing a game and they're making millions of dollars. I think that they can move to a market that they're selected by. I don't think that they need to have those same freedoms because they can go work in a different career path if they don't want to move to a city that picks them.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not to say that players shouldn't have those rights. Now, the one thing that kind of came up from it, because people gave her a lot of grief, and she finally backed down and said, like, let's at least have them be like UFAs sooner. I support that.
100%.
I'm all
100%,
for that. I am very behind that concept. I think eliminating the draft is nonsensical, but having players be free to make choices sooner and not be absolutely bent over on occasions with, oh, sorry, like, you can't go anywhere else. No one can offer sheet you. If you want to play in the NHL, you have to be here, and we're not going to give you a dick.
Right.
That's bullshit. And I completely agree.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's 100%. Like, I think, I can't even begin to get behind the anti-draft thing.
I mean, because that's kind of your
like
thing.
you said, I think literally, I don't think there's anyone other than the really weird hardos that think it's like a fucking like. I'm not even gonna go down that path, but there's certain weirdos that are like, we like players. Not you wanna be you gotta earn it. I'm like, I don't. That's weird that you want players to be pigeonholed somewhere till they're either like 7 years in or 27 years old. That's such a weird thing.
Them there's opportunity, and then they'll fucking stay.
Even more weird than the people that have been tweeting at me about Fleury like 3 days later. I think if you have any kind of staunch opinion about no, players absolutely should. These UFA rules are wonderful. I think you should be on a CIA watch. You probably should be in prison. Like anyone that's like, the UFA construct, this is perfect. Yeah, no rights for you. I think any young player should have zero say in anything until they're 27 years old or they've played in the league for 7 years. I'm like, you're the weirdest person I know. Like by far, easy, the weirdest piece of garbage in the world is someone that says that. So there you go.